The LA Lakers are shutting this down as Rui Hachimura has revealed the main priority for LA as they enter this year's postseason. So we'll discuss that as well as Austin Reaves speaking out on playing with LeBron James and through all those accolades he's been receiving, especially over the past year or so. And also, the LA Lakers, former LA Laker, ended up getting signed. So lots of stuff to break down in this video. But before we do, folks, again, if you want to stay up to date with everything regarding the LA Lakers, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be delivering all of the latest news regarding this team. But let's dive into the news. Let's dive into what's been going on because basically the first thing we have to take a look at is the Lakers' main priority for this year's postseason has been revealed. As Rui Hachimura discussed recently about one thing that the team is planning on shutting down come this year's postseason. And obviously it's clear the team that ended up knocking out the LA Lakers last season, the Denver Nuggets, LA just played a game against them, broke it down in recent vids. The Nuggets went nuclear. Michael Porter Jr. doesn't miss shots. Nikola Jokic hits fadeaway jumpers. J-Rob discussed on the most recent video, Darvin Ham talking about how the Lakers need to toughen up against the Nuggets. Well, Rui Hachimura revealed the Lakers' main plans in regards to approaching this year's postseason. It's basically, he said in the last 2 minutes of the games where we're always there. But those last 2-3 minutes, we let them score, defense, everything, and whatever they want to do. This has happened again tonight, again against the game against the Denver Nuggets. Tried a lot of different defenses on them, but they're a really good team. They can score, they can play for each other, they always look for each other, and of course Jokic is always looking for his teammates and all of that. We're there, but it's just those last 2-3 minutes to close the game. So again, talking about how at the end of games, similar to what Darvin Ham was speaking about, they have to be able to shut things down and lock in, at the end of these games against the Denver Nuggets. But he went on to say that, not really in terms of are they worried about the loss to the Nuggets. Still missing a couple guys, and we're still trying to figure out our team. The team is already set. They've been playing together for 6-7 years. Again, talking about the Nuggets chemistry. It takes time. I know we don't have much time, but we have to keep building chemistry. We still have 20 games left or something in the season and injured guys to come back. But we just have to figure it out. No one's going to help us. Nobody's going to fix it for us. We just have to figure it out and make it to the playoffs first. And then we're going to see it again. And we just have to be ready for it. So basically, the focus for the LA Lakers, the plan, and given in the context of Darvin Ham's quotes, obviously they have to get through the play-in tournament. They have to get through sort of all of the games that lead into the postseason. But the expectation for the LA Lakers, the same way it happened last season, is that they are going to inevitably face the Denver Nuggets, the team that won the championship last year, that has Nikola Jokic. It's arguably the best player in the entire NBA right now. And the Lakers have the capability to beat the Denver Nuggets. Yes, swept last season, all those types of things, but all those games were close. They were tight. It's just the end of the games. In the last, as Hachimura brought up, the last 2-3 minutes, the Nuggets just end up running away with it. They just find a way to switch into a gear and win these games against the LA Lakers. And if they can do it for the 45-minute stretch, compete, get leads, take advantage of the Nuggets, for 45 minutes in the game and they blow it in the last 3. They just need to lock in, execute down the stretch, and do things properly. Shut down these late game runs for teams, not just the Denver Nuggets, but the Denver Nuggets in particular. Obviously, the Lakers have done that, against other teams in the Western Conference during these playoff runs, but especially against the Denver Nuggets, LA has to shut down all of the nonsense, all of the crazy stuff that's bound to go on when you play the Denver Nuggets late in these games, and that is the main priority. That is the main focus for the LA Lakers as they sort of plan on really making a run in the Western Conference. Again, 10th in the West. I get it. It might be a pipe dream. They should be focusing on the play-in, all that type of stuff. If they lose in the play-in, this quote will look silly in terms of, the main priority is shutting down these Nuggets teams. Late in games, we'll probably face them in the playoffs again, but I don't care. I think the Lakers can get out of the play-in tournament. I think they can win these types of games, and then they face off against the Denver Nuggets. They have to fix this. So I like this approach. I like this thought process. Obviously, they shouldn't be overlooking, this March-April sort of stretch to get into a full-out playoff picture, and obviously, making a push in the Western Conference. But, I like this approach. I like that they're trying to fix things. And then I'm recording this before the Oklahoma City Thunder game. So hopefully they can do another test against OKC here tonight. But let's dive into the next topic of discussion. The next thing we're taking a look at is Reaves speaking out on LeBron James. Obviously, LeBron James has been getting accolade after accolade, making history, most recently hitting 40,000 points. And Austin Reaves had some comments on what it's like to play with a guy that's setting so many historical records. Basically, he came out and said, I know for me, I haven't completely soaked in just the opportunity of being around him every day and playing alongside him every day. I kind of live in the moment. Later in life, we'll probably look back and cherish all of these memories and moments more so than now, just because I'm living in the moment. But just to be a part of it, to be in the presence of his greatness every single day, everything that shines under the lights for him the last 21 years starts when nobody's looking. He's the first one in the gym. He's always getting treatment, and so just being able to play alongside him, pick his brain on the game, life, it's special. And there's nobody more worthy of it than him. It's just greatness right in front of all of our eyes. So, again, Austin Reaves, very, very extremely high praise there for LeBron James, for his teammate there. And obviously, LeBron James has sometimes taken some heat for being a little bit hard on his teammates, for being a tough guy to play with, and, always scapegoating other guys on the roster. And heck, even Austin Reaves felt the brunt of it, being in a bunch of trade rumors over the last couple of years. But that some stuff can be a little bit overwhelming, especially to fans. All we hear is the trade stuff, especially, it goes through the Twitter pages, goes to the YouTube channels, all the latest reports and trade rumors and things like that. But it's things like this, you really realize the value of a LeBron James on your team. Obviously, the winning and the championship and all that type of stuff. But LeBron James' ability to sort of, mentor younger guys, or, Austin Reaves, a crazy young player, but, a younger player in the league that's still finding his footing, establishing himself as a potential star in the Western Conference here now. Austin Reaves being able to sort of pick LeBron's brain to be alongside him and share these moments with LeBron James is something that's huge. And it's nice to see Austin Reaves appreciating that, even with all the rest of it that comes with it, the trade rumors, the pressure, all of this scapegoating, all that type of stuff. But cool comments there from Austin Reaves. And the last thing we're taking a look at is a former Laker ended up getting signed. Now, Lakers making some buyout moves. Obviously, the big recent one has been Harry Giles III, who was brought in. But basically, a former LA Laker guy was on the roster here for a quick minute. Alex Fudge. He ended up signing a two-way contract with the Dallas Mavericks. After converting AJ Lawson's two-way contract to a standard contract, the Dallas Mavericks have now signed former Los Angeles Lakers project Alex Fudge to a two-way deal. Now, Alex Fudge is a guy that I know there were some fans of him from LA Lakers fandom. Some people were really interested in his upside. Again, didn't do much whatsoever actually on the main roster for the team. Still a guy that's 20 years old, extremely young, 6'8", has some athletic intangibles to potentially develop into a guy that's valuable, but 4 games, 16% from the field, 0% from 3. Made all of his free throws, though. Extremely too small sample size to really judge. But even in the G League, nothing too crazy in terms of stats. Only 8 points per game, 46% from the field, 20% from behind the three-point line, right? 5 rebounds. An athletic guy with some potential. Defensively brings it, close to a block a night, or 1.6 blocks per night, close to a steal per night. A guy that, again, it's young. Even in the G League, you're playing up against high-quality talent. So, it's at 20 years old, it's tough to put up those ridiculous stats, ridiculous numbers, but, didn't find his footing with the LA Lakers, but could potentially, wishing him the best with the Dallas Mavericks. Well, maybe not division or conference rival, whatever. Not division, the play-in sort of rival right now. Hopefully he doesn't break out and let the Dallas Mavericks sort of step up along those lines. But, nice to see a former LA Laker get signed after not being on the team. But let me know what you guys think about all this LA Lakers news. You guys are best to make it this far. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I'm signing out. Cheers.